What we need is a nice, rigid, and accountable process which cannot be deviated from. So whether he's a newcomer or whether he's an old person, he works as per a flow, and the flow gives you the outcome, not the jargon. And so many things we also as a company had to unlearn to use CRM of NJ.
That the team members are very technically inclined. Most of the technical team is okay, but that doesn't mean that you can implement a CRM quickly. Like I mentioned at the beginning of my conversation, that a technology has got nothing to do with this adoption. Okay, so the adoption there requires a lot of push, and I think I'll give credit to Nimesh and his team. Like what happens is the adoption is not there from your team, and it is a very difficult thing, trying to push your things with them. In that, Limesh and his team were very proactive. So I think you know that's something which he does it very very well. He's he's got a well-oiled mechanism, okay, wherein his team knows exactly they will come back to you and they'll tell you. Like in this pandemic, they did this audit for us, and they were like, why aren't you using this? Why aren't you using that? So this is as good as someone from Mercedes coming and telling you, hey, listen, you bought the car, but you're not using it. They would actually tell you, you bought the Mercedes. Do you know these are the features? These are the features. Because when you bought the Mercedes, you were told about the features, but 2 years down the line, you've forgotten those features, and you're actually not using the features. But I don't think the car guys will come back to you and tell you, hey, listen, we have made some very beautiful features. Why don't you use them? So NJ guys do that.
A complete sales process, completely, which means that from the time the leads are logged in till the product is installed and the total life cycle of the product has been brought in into CRM, and it's working very well. And if you look at it, we also wanted, we were having Tally as a software, CRM as a software. Both were not talking before. We were finding it difficult basically because we needed to find out what is the customer outstanding and so on. It was very difficult otherwise. Now they linked it together, and the customer, the database which is there in Tally and the customer database in CRM are all linked correctly. And there was a lot of work which was to be done. And I really give it again back to the Limesh's team to have solved it with Ishani leading it, making sure that things are straightened up. Limesh being a very good professional friend, he would come back with a lot of insightful things about how to use the CRM. And one of the things he has always been saying from the day one was, you use the CRM for any reviews, and we started using the CRM for reviews, and very useful.
And thanks to this wonderful team of NJ who always, who are there with us in terms of whenever we want any support is available. So एक support का भी हम जब बात करते हैं तो support बात करते हैं तो that is actually it is to their advantage. So never talk about support to them because it is something which is their strength. तो वो बात करते हैं तो they are always available. उसमें nothing to complain or nothing to कोई escalation नहीं है. For 9 months I have never ever spoken to Nimesh भाई कि हमारी आपकी टीम में से ये नहीं हो रहा, response नहीं मिल रहा है. Response नहीं मिल रहा तो होना ही नहीं है because they have created some wonderful forum and medium. WhatsApp पे डालो या you आप किसी भी तरह से you can reach out to them. So we were in a way an experienced company of other CRM platform. And there's nothing to hide. It was Microsoft Dynamics we were using it. So we were fascinated by Microsoft. Obviously, by default, everyone is using Microsoft one or the other way, OS or Office, email. So people are very conversant with Microsoft. So our choice of Microsoft Dynamics CRM was, we thought it is a logical extension. कुछ सिखाने नहीं पड़ेगा लोगों को. People would easily be able to adapt to it. And हमारा सबसे बड़ा striking point था Microsoft में, the reports which they are showing us, the graphics they are showing us. So we are fascinated with it. So that was our starting point. That was a reason to get connected. And actually, that was also a reason for our failure of CRM. Not able to really continue it well. बहुत struggle किया लोगों को adapt करवाने में in terms of उन लोगों को ये बताने में कि you have to key in the data, it has to be done in वो entry होना चाहिए. And they were not finding because that CRM was having some अच्छा एक module अच्छा था, format अच्छा था, but then वो हमारे लिए नहीं लगता था. It was like we are feeling it like it is not for us. It is something. It is global platform है, but हमारे जैसे we are not able to connect with it. So when Limesh bhai came in, I told him, and we had a good experience of how we have gone through that CRM. So I was on and on with him that, sir, why should we not? What is our requirement of CRM and क्यों हम नहीं कर पा रहे हैं? मैंने बहुत कुछ बता दिया हमारा failure story. And then he said, ठीक है, but why don't you look at our platform and let's have a small POC demo. And reporting वाला काफी मैंने emphasize किया था कि we need good reports. But if I tell you our experience after seeing that POC, which was very easy and navigated through us through a online demo किया था. Obviously everyone knows Taufik and team. They start and they take us through the journey of POC and they simplify it in terms of how things can actually be. We can do that with CRM. So that was we found that it is a very simple and easy to use. So एक अच्छा easy interface मिला and we thought let us adapt it and start using it in terms of how we can actually see our sales operation into it. The best part was it was absolutely simplified and to the point. मतलब जो चाहिए वो था, like वो fancy जो extra जो जो dressing होता है, that was not there. And I would say here that मेरा जो starting point था reports पे जो हम emphasize करते थे, मैंने हमारे communication में highlight किया था कि मुझे उस तरह के report चाहिए, इस तरह के चाहिए. We need lot of things to capture. हमारा ये analysis होना चाहिए and sales analytics. I was very high on it at the beginning. If I tell you our experience after this 9 months, 10 months journey, हम reports अभी देखते भी नहीं हैं. I don't use reports anymore. What we see it a live, real-time data, and that is on the dashboarding. So report का हमारा एक जो misconception था कि हमको हर हफ्ते एक ready-made report जा जाना चाहिए, और लिमेश भाई ने वो upside down कर दिया. He said it doesn't go that way. And the CRM is not to be used in a report form. It is to be used in terms of real time and real data. So that is one major shift in terms of our own understanding. It has happened. So today, if you ask me, मुझे report की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती है. I take a real time data and whatever I wanted, I can see it live. Report तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि it is an obsolete version because जब report capture करके आता है वो कल का होता है या सुबह का होता है, मुझे अभी का situation नहीं हो पता होता है. So I would rather rely on something which is more real time sense में and easily available है, navigate कर सकते हैं. So all the information which is required pertaining to a sales is very well and right out real time में capture होती है. So that's how we actually are currently on the NG CRM.
मतलब पहले हमें पता नहीं चलता था, जैसे अराउंड हमारी जो फाइलिंग जो काम है बल्क में है. पहले ऐसा होता था फाइलिंग है 2000 फाइल्स की चल रही है, इन प्रोसेस चल रही है, पता ही नहीं है. मतलब पता करना था कितने केस फाइल होने हैं. अच्छा 100 केस पेंडिंग में है, क्यों पेंडिंग में है? तो हम पुराना सॉफ्टवेयर जो यूज करते थे वहां से लिस्ट निकालते थे, उसको चेक करते थे. अच्छा इसमें 100 केसेस हमारे फाइलिंग, हमको ये नहीं पता होता था किस रीजन से रुके हुए हैं, कहाँ रुके हुए हैं. सो अब नाउ वी नो एवरीथिंग, लाइक व्हाई दे आर स्टॉप, किसके पास, किस यूजर के पास रुके हुए हैं, व्हाट इज द रीजन कि क्या चीज पेंडिंग है, उस वजह से रुका हुआ है. और इवन दो क्लाइंट इज आल्सो रिसीविंग द एसएमएस एंड ईमेल दैट देयर फाइल इज बीइंग स्टॉप बिकॉज ऑफ दिस रीजन, and there is a proper follow up on that, like the team is calling to them and asking, and there is a complete follow up again and again, and they're asking for the things. So the client is also impressed, they know that they are working, and this is possible only because of the CRM we are using right now. So thanks to NG CRM for that.
So honestly, good tool for growing company, I will say. And I really appreciate NJ team from 2014. They are giving good support to my team. I think really my team, nobody complained yet. There is the system is down. That's why we are not able to do the login and all. So almost I will say around per day 100 calls we are receiving, logging the calls. So there's no issue at all for any kind of issue in this in this system.
The issues we were facing in earlier software, like we were in need of many software, many reports, and the day-to-day analysis which team leader does with the callers, the recording system. So all this functionality which we found, it is quite smoothen in the NJ software. Whenever the issue is coming, the NJ team is so much capable and helpful that all these issues being solved very fast. So that is a very great part of this NJ company, that they are not only providing the software, but the support system is also so good that it's a win-win situation. Getting good result, uh, any so good software give you proper data and all that, so your productivity enhanced. So basically, with this NJ CRM tool, I can say what is the achievement is we can get the good outcome from the current team, and we are now going to expand this team also with the experience of NJ software. So productivity enhancement is a basic, what we found is quite better in this particular NJ software.
Luckily, we were able to shortlist NJCRM to record support tickets. And as I said, Limesh Bhai is very much customer focused. So their team has been very proactive, supportive, responsive, and very prompt in supporting